All right, good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Coopy, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's 29 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Hey, it's Monday. All right, I know quite a number of folks like saying, oh, there should be a day between Sunday and Monday. Well, that ain't gonna happen, so you gotta deal with the program, all right? Yeah, get yourself as much rest as possible on the weekend so that on Monday you can be up and about. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody is fine, A-OK. I'd like to say good morning to all the senior citizens of the nation. Yeah, those of you who are still strong and up. Those of you who are at the various homes for the aged. I'd like to say a very special good morning to the management and staff of the Chichester home in particular. Good morning to you. Well, of course, good morning to all the homes, all right? But this one is special to me for obvious reasons, okay? So good morning. Give mommy a little kiss for me, okay? Nice, nice. 28 minutes on to 7 o'clock, that is the time, and it's time to get into the program. The word of the day today. The word of the day today. It's a nice word. It's a verb. Infantilize. That's the word of the day. Infantilize. I-N-F-A-N-T-I-L-I-Z-E. Some folks say Z-E. Infantilize. And like I said, it's a verb. It's an action word. And what it means is to infantilize someone is to treat them as though they are an infant. In other words, to treat them as helpless, immature, or as one who lacks adult agency. Infantilize. Whenever I reach to that segment, I like to say good morning to my good friend, former tutor, former lecturer. Those of you who, you taught during that period when we had to do NISTEP. That's when they trained the young teachers. Mr. Clyde Belfon, good morning to you. Yeah. Good morning, sir. So like I said, the word of the day is infantilize, and to infantilize someone is to treat them as though they are an infant. In other words, to treat them as helpless, immature, or one who lacks adult agency. Here's how we can use that word. Infantilizing children by shielding them from taking a risk can have detrimental effects on their growth and well-being. Yeah, you need to, as they grow, you need to let them handle certain responsibilities, give them certain tasks and so forth. Yeah, it's all part of their development process. Good, nice. A quick peek on our Facebook page. Veronica Sandy says, good morning, GBN, Grenada, everyone. Good morning, Gordon Innocent Joseph. Blessed Monday. Same to you, Veronica. Rochelle Cummings, blessed Monday, my beautiful Spice Island. Innocent, good morning. Happy Monday. Love you all. We love you too. How's it cold? Yeah, it's cold out there, man. As you would hear in the news a little later, a number of people have died across some of the Midwestern states as tornadoes struck. Thank God we don't have that. I hope we are in preparatory mode because, our Atlantic hurricane season is upcoming. Good morning to Dr. Terrence Walters and the folks at NADMA. Oslin Crosby, good morning to you. How are you, my dear? I haven't seen you in a little while, Yeah, but I know you're fine. Keeping a constant check on the clock, it's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. I want to say good morning to my brethren Indian from La Mode and the team. Yeah, thanks for visiting yesterday, man. Good. Give me strength. Nice. Peck and Joel and the guys, good morning to you all too. Dwayne, what's up, man? On a more somber moment, I'd like to take the opportunity and extend strength to the McIntyre family. Mr. Sylvan and Mrs. Deborah McIntyre and the entire family. Today is the day when we will lay Asha to rest. I know it's going to be tough. I know that it's going to be really, really tough. I know you've got what it takes, man. So you just be supportive. Play that supporting role. And mourn. You know, there's a time to mourn. And this is your time. All the best. My heart goes out to you, man. And from the GBN family here, we extend, you know, our deepest sympathies and pray you strength. Yeah, this one is touching. It's really touching. Nonetheless, we've got to do what we've got to do. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And let's get back to the program. So the word of the day, we've already done that. Let's look at the thought of the day. And this one is very interesting. It says, today's decisions are tomorrow's realities. Life today is a collection of choices made yesterday. That's true. Tommy Lee Jones, he said that in a movie. I think the name of the movie was Double Jeopardy. Truer words have never been spoken. Today's decisions are tomorrow's realities. Life today is a collection of choices made yesterday. So if you want a happy tomorrow, you've got to make brilliant choices, right choices today. Yeah. My brother from another mother, Robert White, good morning to you, bro. How are you and the family? How was 2022 to you, man? Oh my goodness, you wouldn't know why. You wouldn't know why I laugh at this, okay? That's a joke between Robert and I. Nonetheless, good morning to you. Dillian Walters, good morning to you also, bro. Okay, so what's buzzing? What's buzzing this morning? Well, our netballers, all right? They've done exceedingly well in the just concluded Jean-Pierre Caribbean Youth Netball Tournament in Dominica. All right, they returned home and they placed second to Barbados, and that's good. An official welcome ceremony was facilitated by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, the VIP lounge. Yeah, to welcome the Spice Girls. Should I say gals? No, gals song, it sung rude. Yeah, the Spice Girls. I'm gonna say it nice. The Spice Girls and the management team. Okay, and what's most interesting, most rewarding from that tournament is that the Spice team was awarded the title of the most disciplined team, and the third place. They also copped the third place in the team shooting competition and the most accurate shooting team. All right. Grenada's Robin Adams, she was named the most valuable player for Team Grenada and for the entire tournament. Congratulations to you, Robin. Congratulations. I know your teammates and your coaches and your parents and all your well-wishers will be happy for that. Okay, so 3 of the Spice Girls were also named in the top 16 best players of the tournament. Grenada shines again. Yeah. Nice. What's also buzzing? Well, over the weekend, last week, we heard that the government of Grenada celebrated a significant milestone in its ongoing efforts to create more equitable and supportive work environments. And they did so with grace, signing a collective agreement with the Grenada Union of Teachers, the GUT, on salary increases and fringe benefits to the tune of 13% for the period 2023 right up to 2025. The negotiations between the government and the GUT began in January, on January 17th, and concluded on March 27th, and that's 2023, making the GUT the first of the bargaining units to sign with government for this negotiating period. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, underscored the significance of the agreement for the nation's teachers, who play a critical role in laying the foundation for the country's growth and development. So kudos go to the government negotiating team and the team of the GOT, Mr. Jude Bartholomew. Good morning to you, sir. Yeah. See you with your big time jacket and thing, boy. How teacher Yvette doing? All is still good, right? Nice. Teacher Yvette, good morning. Mr. Ross Stumpy Callis, good morning. Mommy Ann, morning to you also. And the just concluded intercall where McDonald College, GBSS won the boys category. This McDonald College thing stuck in my head. To be honest, I did that intentionally, okay? So please forgive me. Yeah, GBSS won, and in the males category, and in the females, St. David's Catholic Secondary School, they won by a mile. All right, so the organizers of the Intercall, the just concluded Intercall 2023, they were very happy with the turnout on the final day of the event. The 3-day event culminated at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Thursday evening with field stands as students, parents, alumni, and well-wishers cheered on the secondary school athletes. Coming out from the games, though, one of the things that I really admired, the inclusion of children with special needs, all right? Some folks say disabled, I say they have special needs, all right? We're all disabled in one way or the other. So, yeah, they've got special needs and they competed, they were included, and that augurs well for the development of the games going forward. So kudos to the organizers and the inspirators of that inclusion. So that's it for this segment. We've got to head to the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather right here on Classic. For those of you on GBN Television, we've got a week in review upcoming. But before we do that, let me see what's happening on our WhatsApp page. If there's anyone there that wants to make any mention. All right, Petlin, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Good morning, Mr. Innocent. Another day of your fair and positive attitude. Well, I try my best, all right? I try my best. Good morning. Have a blessed day. All right. Okay. That's the problem with the WhatsApp platform. We cannot see who's actually speaking, but good morning to you. So, folks, this is where we break it off. We head to the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. We'll be back with the conversation on the flip side of 7. Bye for now.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day, oh.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
It's a fun and learn Easter at Destined to Win Tutoring and Aftercare Academy with indoor and outdoor games, art, reading and mathematics, field trips, kite flying, preparation for MCT exams, Easter hunt and more. From Monday, April 3rd to Friday, April 14th, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Catering to students aged 5 to 10. Destined to Win Tutoring and Aftercare Academy is located on Tempe Main Road, St. George. To register, call 405-8282.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Thanks for joining us. The Intercol champions, St. David's Catholic Secondary and Grenada Boys Secondary, spent the final day of the Hillary term today celebrating their hard-fought victories on Thursday. As we hear in this Rena Ped Thomas report, strategies already been put in place to hold on to the trophies come 2024.
It's a celebratory day for staff and students of the St. David's Catholic Secondary School as they took the first position in the girls division and third position in the boys division of the Republic Bank Intercol Games 2023. They had their victory motorcade today from Latin to Lassaget's playing field in St. David, where they continue to celebrate. We spoke to their head coach, Paul Phillip, who told us how happy he is with the victory.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy. I cannot say how happy I am. It's been a lot of hard work. I have a team of coaches, junior coaches, who have worked tirelessly with these athletes. And we started to do morning and afternoon training, and they never said, "Coach, I'm tired, I can't come," or anything like that. So it's the victory is the schools, but it's also those young coaches who I'm grooming to take over the reins when I'm leaving.
Coach Paul says that despite taking home the winning trophy in the girls division, there is still room for improvement, and as such, he is already planning on how they can up their game in 2024.
I'm never satisfied with athletes' performance. So even in the big celebration, I'm thinking of how can we improve. We left some points down there with errors made on the track and disqualifications, and so we will come better. We know that we were lacking work in some of the relays, and it showed. So we have already started the plan for next season. So we're never satisfied, and that's what is going to keep us winning.
We spoke to two students on the intercol team of the school who expressed their excitement about the win.
Well, the victory was very sweet. I just want to say thank you to the staff of St. David's Catholic Secondary School and also at the St. David's Track Blazers, and special one is extended to Coach Paul for his tremendous job with the team also. Hard work really pays off because all the time and dedication that we put into this thing every day, it really counts.
Yeah, you really do. Train hard and see success and what it can do, you know. I take part in the long jump, the 100, the 200, the 4 high jump, discus and javelin.
GBN also caught the victory motorcade of the Grenada Boys Secondary School as they made their way to the town of St. George's to celebrate their win. The all-boys school took the first position in the boys division of the Intercol Games, following a nail-biting fishing with the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School. For GBN News, I am Rena Ped Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, the stellar performances from the secondary schools in the just concluded 2023 Intercol Championships, the sporting realm is expected to peak as the ministry has embarked on a number of initiatives to boost the sector. Sports Minister Ron Redhead details some of the ministry's endeavors.
And I'm not just talking St. George. Right. I'm talking national. Yeah.
Right. Well, we do have multiple plans ongoing. So one, for example, is the enforcement of the national policy on sports and physical activity throughout the country. We have already identified the 7 parish councils, including having one for Karaku, Pidimatnik. We are in a position now where we have 4 supervisors for facilities. They were just recently given the authorization by cabinet to perform about a month and something ago, and we now have a full assessment on all playing fields, courts, etc., by way of costing for initial or basic renovation and repairs and those for the upgrades. So we're doing the full assessment where that is concerned.
Minister Redhead said sports tourism in Grenada is among items on the transformation agenda. He said initiatives for athletes is a critical component to encourage motivation among the populace.
We also want to see us get to the point where Grenada, as a nation, has a clear strategy for the development of grassroots, community, and schools sporting programs. We initiated a secretariat that has went very well, and they've been compiling new input into what the policy should be on sports and physical activity. And we do accept that since 2011, this policy was worked on, and there are changes that would have to be made. One such change is the incentive package for our national athletes. We have a serious problem in the past. What really occurred was that athletes were promised incentive packages, but no accommodation or accommodations were made to give them that or to make good on the promise. We did not have a structure in place as to say that if an athlete actually achieved X, Y, or Z in terms of the success at the competition, this is what he or she is deserving of.
All right, Sports Minister Ron Redhead talking there, saying in fact that incentives for athletes are a critical component to encourage motivation among the populace. Now, 38-year-old Cosmo Houston Jr. made his first court appearance on Friday morning in connection with the death of Asher McIntyre. McIntyre died on March 6 after being struck by the vehicle reportedly driven by Mr. Houston. The grieving family told reporters today that it has been almost 3 weeks since the tragic incident, without any remorse from the defendant. Christina John has more in this report.
I just come and I just seen the guy who, well, they said was responsible for this, and he just walked past my aunt here, who's like my mother. He didn't even say sorry, hello, his family. I don't know if it's his dad or someone just passed by, and it's like an animal or something. At least it could show some type of compassion or something, you know.
Relatives of Asher McIntyre expressing their dissatisfaction to members of the media outside the St. George's No. 2 Magistrates Court on Friday morning. Asher's mother, accompanied by other family members and friends, were present to witness the accused, Cosmo Houston Jr., making his first court appearance in connection to her son's death. 25 days since the accident and 4 days before McIntyre's burial, Houston was charged for the offense of causing death by dangerous driving. Houston was the alleged driver behind the wheel of the vehicle that caused the death of 32-year-old Asher McIntyre of Manhattan, St. George on March 6, 2023, along the Maurice Bishop Highway. The aggrieved mother, Deborah McIntyre, who resides in the United States, said no one came to her to offer an apology since being on the island.
He wasn't really meant to die like this, you know. It's really, really sad. And I mean, up to now, the family haven't reached out to me. I don't even know if they reach out to the father, and it's so sad, you know. Yes, both sides are grieving, but I mean, even from the court today, I mean, we were sitting side by side, and none of them expressed the condolence, which is, I mean, really, really heartbroken. You know, it's not nice. We stand up outside here, and I'm fully aware that they know it's the family. I mean, something could have said, you know, nothing has said. I mean, it's not nice.
Beatrice McIntyre described her late son as a very jovial, people's person, full of love and loved the outdoors. She said they had a lot planned for the coming year.
Just sweet, you know. Been out there for 10 years and coming back to put my son to rest. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. We planned a big trip for next year. That's when, you know, I'll be celebrating my 60th birthday, and we planned a big cruise, and, you know, and just to know he has gone just like that is hard. Religiously, we spoke every day, you know, we talked to him every day. I just want justice. I just want justice. I just want justice.
Hussein was granted bail in the amount of $40,000 with 2 sureties. He was also ordered to have no contact with any witnesses in the matter, surrender all travel documents, report to the South St. George Police Station every Monday between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., and he is not permitted to leave the state of Grenada without permission from the court. The next scheduled court date is Tuesday, 18th July, 2023. He was represented by attorney Peter David. Christina John, GBN News.
Well, the National Bus Owners Association is calling for policy direction on issues affecting its members. More in this Nisha Paul report.
Pirating has been identified as one of the biggest issues affecting the National Bus Association. That's according to Public Relations Officer Derek McKenzie, who expounded on the issues on Monday night's Beyond the Headlines program.
Why would someone see it economically beneficial to be a pirate? Is it because there are a shortage of buses, or is it because that the buses that exist are not running at times that are convenient? Because there's obviously a market. So why is that marketing existing?
Well, they don't have the expenses that the zone bus has. For instance, every time we enter the terminals, we have to pay. We pay, if you're in the association, you pay $150. Out of the association, you pay $2. So there's a fee. They don't have to do that. They could drop off anywhere in the town of St. George or anywhere. The zone buses has to use the bus stops and to drop off persons.
Some zoned buses have also adopted a similar approach and are oftentimes observed dropping and taking on passengers in undesignated areas within the St. George's town to avoid having to pay the fee at the St. George's bus terminal. This is a common complaint for commuters, especially along the Grenville-St. David's-St. George's route, who are oftentimes left to wait for frustrating lengths of time before getting a bus.
I have been on the bus stand for over an hour now. After I come out to work whole day standing 8 hours on your feet, when you come to get a bus, you cannot. The St. David bus driver have to do better than that. That's something we have been experiencing for a very long time. And when they run in, they come in all one at the same time, and you cannot get with the Grenada's bus have to come and pick us up, and they still vex when they do that. So I think they have to do better than that. Because look, right now it's a Grenada's bus that just stopped to bring up us in St. David's. That is so bad.
Mackenzie says there are approximately 200 buses plying this particular route. Buses have been distributed into 12 different zones with specific stickers registered for the various routes within the Tri-Island estate. Mackenzie further explains the conditions under which buses plying a particular zone are allowed to operate on other routes.
One of the reasons is that if you're living on a route between 5 and 8 o'clock, let's say you're living in Sotels and you operate in Grand Anse, you are allowed a trip to come down to operate on your route. The second reason is if you're doing staff, putting a staff sign, you're allowed to apply a route. The third reason is if you're on hired by an individual or a group of persons. But outside of that, no buses should be plying another zone.
According to Mackenzie, the association has been making efforts to get the relevant authorities to address the contentious issues.
We have made numerous complaints to the authorities to see how we can cover it. I personally write letters, table it to the PS and Transport, South St. George and Central, hoping that they could remedy that. We send pictures, videos, and so on. I understand it's challenging for enforcement because what they're saying is that they have to catch them in the act and so on. So, but this is something that needs some policy direction. We need some really stiff policies that can defer persons from doing that.
He says about 2/3 of bus owners are financial contributing members to the approximately 300 member strong National Bus Association, which has ownership of about 1,000 buses providing public transportation. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
A home should always be safe for you and your children. So remember to have your electrician check your wiring every 5 years and keep cords and wires out of the reach of children.
We even added circuit interrupters in the bathroom and kitchen and any place where water and electricity are close.
Remember, children, never touch electrical cords and wires and never put objects into sockets.
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
Are you or your organization interested in becoming an environmental protection and conservation volunteer? Well, this is your opportunity to serve. The Grenada Sustainable Development Trust Fund invites you and your organization to the launch of its Ecosystems Conservation Volunteer Program on Tuesday, April 18th, 2023 at the Grenada Trade Center Annex from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Keynote speaker, Mr. Van Bern Harry, CEO of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Conservation Fund. He will share the experience of SVG and how their program has helped to revolutionize efforts there. Come hear more on how you can become involved in this great initiative and pledge your participation by registering to become a volunteer. For more information, call telephone number 459-9402 or 410-1682 or email us at info@gsdtf.org or ceo@gsdtf.org. The Grenada Sustainable Development Trust Fund looks forward to partnering with you.
Network News, welcome back. Grenada is among countries being told to be on the lookout for long-term drought conditions as the Barbados-based Caribbean Climate Outlook Forum, CARICOF, reveals the Pacific has transitioned out of La Nina, and ocean temperatures around the Caribbean region are expected to be close to average. La Nina is characterized by unusually cold ocean temperatures in the equatorial Pacific compared to El Nino, which is characterized by unusually warm ocean temperatures. In its latest Caribbean Climate Outlook newsletter released on Tuesday, CARICOF says this makes it difficult to forecast unusual climate conditions as the Caribbean transitions into the wet season. It says, however, that long-term drought concerns are rising in parts of Cuba, while the effects of frequent dry spells across the islands and Belize will likely continue, with a peak in wildfire potential and Saharan dust intrusions. According to CARICOF, there is a likelihood of heat waves in Belize, Cuba, Jamaica, and Trinidad from April, and elsewhere in the islands from May. By contrast, CARICOF says the potential for flooding, flash floods, and cascading hazards will increase to moderate or high into May. It says current severe or worse short-term drought has developed in southeast Cuba, eastern Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Jamaica, and severe or worse long-term drought has developed in Haiti and St. Vincent. It goes on to say that long-term drought might possibly develop or continue in Barbados, northern Belize, eastern Cuba, southern Dominican Republic, Grenada, and Tobago. Areas ending up in long-term drought by the end of May are likely to experience lower than usual water levels in large reservoirs, large rivers, and groundwater. Harkov says that a short-term drought situation by the end of June 2023 might possibly develop in the northern Bahamas, Barbados, northern Belize, Grand Cayman, eastern and western Cuba, Dominican Republic, Grenada, eastern Jamaica, western Puerto Rico, St. Vincent, Trinidad and Tobago, and even the U.S. Virgin Islands. The story to report, Grenada's Lucia Livingston-Andal is the new chairman of the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission, ECRSC. Here's what we can tell you. Her appointment was announced by the ECRSC on Wednesday. Commissioner Livingston-Andal graduated from the Memorial University, Newfoundland, Canada, with a master's in business administration, and from the University of the West Indies with a BSc in management. She's a member of the Certified General Accountants Association of Canada and the holder of a Project Management Professional Certificate. She has been in senior management positions for the last 32 years, including her most recent post as former Chief Executive Officer of Ariza Credit Union. Lucia Livingston-Andal was appointed as Deputy Chairman of the ECRSC in August 2020 and as Chairman effective January 23, 2023. Right. Flow Grenada has appointed experienced telecommunications executive Lincoln Batiste as country manager effective April 1, 2023. The Grenada national Batiste succeeds James Pitt, who has decided to leave the company to pursue other interests, but will continue to serve on the board of Cable and Wireless Grenada Limited. Vice President, South Caribbean Cable and Wireless Communications, Waldo Hooker, describes Batiste as an accomplished and results-oriented professional with over 15 years of proven experience. Batiste previously held the roles of Commercial Director, B2C, South Caribbean, Commercial Manager, Flow Grenada, and Senior Sales Manager, South Caribbean. Prior to joining Cable and Wireless Communications, he was Commercial Manager of Grenada Breweries Limited, now Carib Brewery Limited. In his new role, Lincoln Batiste will oversee all aspects of Flow's operations in Grenada, including sales, marketing, customer experience, and network operations. A creative mind is one full of imagination. What you see as trash, a creative mind sees as something that can be used to create a masterpiece. Our ISO Spotlight shines on the parish of St. Patrick. Take a look.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
At the center of our GBN ISO tonight is local art displayed on the side of a dirt road near the La Fortune, Lavera Junction in St. Patrick. Our citizen journalist informed that the artist uses metal and recycled plywood to create his work. His work includes impressive paintings of famous faces, realistic depictions of Grenada's historic wooden buses, and scrap metal artwork. Our ISO reporter invites anyone looking for an unassuming, unexpected, artistic treat to take a drive or stroll through La Fortune, where it borders Lavera. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
What's up, Grenada, I can't wait to see you on April 15th for the Reggae Fest, the big show at the Grenada National Stadium, featuring some of your favorite reggae artists. It feels like a homecoming. I can't wait to see you, Grenada. What if I love? See you then. Ace.
Welcome to the highly anticipated second season of Caribbean Medical TV, the first and only medical TV series that showcases the Caribbean and the emerging issues on all health and wellness forums in our region. Like season 1, the voices of our very own citizens, our local and regional doctors and medical experts forged the basis of the show. This season, we take the first groundbreaking original show even further. This series aims to empower our people with knowledge, from ways of detecting to ways of healing ourselves, protecting citizens with chronic diseases from COVID-19, while showing how they can manage their conditions effectively and safely receive needed health care while preserving what constitutes the very core of our Caribbean culture, its predilection for flavor, spirit, and rhythm. This is truly a holistic wellness agenda for our Caribbean people.
Welcome. It's 12 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the conversation for this morning. And if it is your first time being with us here, well, welcome. You know, you've made the right choice. And I do hope that your Monday morning is going well thus far. I hope that you're well rested. Let's quickly see who's on our Facebook page. Lydia Cameron, good morning, Innocent. Happy Monday, and have yourself a blessed day. Same to you, Lydia. Catherine Phillip, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Blessed new month. Rochelle Cummings, today is a nice day. Thank God, yes. Sylvina Charles, good morning, Innocent, and everyone tuned in at this time. Good morning to you. Veronica Sandy says, belated birthday wishes to her nephew Elton Charles. His birthday was on Saturday and my brother's birthday yesterday. Easton Sandy. All right, belated and happy birthday. All right, Mary Ebang says good morning. Zephyrin McLeod is in the house. Good morning, Zephyrin and folks. So by now, I know you know that Donnie McCluckin is here on this Friday at the National Stadium. So if you have not gotten your tickets as yet, do so now. It's going to be a real spiritual encounter. It's not just a show. It's much more than a show. It's a life transforming. All right, so please get your tickets early. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada, Carrier, Kupidi Matnik. Blessings to all on this new week and new month. Hope all had a great weekend. Looking forward to a great productive week ahead. Have a blessed day. Stay safe, everyone, all the way from New York. Gracelyn Rubin says, good morning. Good morning to you, Gracelyn, as well. Let's quickly see what's on our okay. We've still got the same things on our WhatsApp platform. All right, now with the conversation this morning, there's something that I'm seeing coming to the fore. I don't know if you're paying attention to it, but Grenada seems to be doing well in athletics and sports in general, not just athletics, but sports. And in various disciplines, we see Grenadians starring, if you want to use that word. We've just heard it from the news on netballers. They came back last week, and they did well. They came second to Barbados in that tournament that just took place in Dominica. When we look at the results for just concluded intercall games. We're seeing a number of athletes with bright prospects. All right. In cricket, we're doing well. Also, we're doing well in football. I know when I say that, some folks might be saying, and we got 7. Well, that's okay, but we're still in the developmental stage. All right. Things are happening. All right. Kudos to all our athletes in whatever field that whatever discipline that you're in. What's also buzzing this morning, I want to throw this question for those of you who it might affect one way or the other, whether you're an employer or an employee. The Minimum Wage Advisory Committee, they start their sessions, the public consultations from this Wednesday. And Dr. Cullen Gilchrist and his team, they will be, going out and engaging various stakeholders. What are some of the things let's assume that you will be affected one way or the other, but you're incapable, you're unable of going to any of the consultations. What are some of the things you'd like to see happening? As we heard, it's an issue that has not been tackled for, as the news said, over 10 years. What are some of the things you'd like to see being encompassed within the minimum wage negotiations? I'd love to hear from you. I know Dr. Gilchrist and his team, they'll be listening for all inputs from wherever it comes. So this is your opportunity to make a contribution. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
My innocent.
How are you, my good friend?
I know I'm your enemy.
No, man, you're my best friend, man.
I want to ask you this. I imagine you'll educate me. I hearing about Town Hall. Could you mention to me or to us a few Town Hall in Grenada, and why do we call them Town Hall? That's one.
Uh-huh.
2 is, now, I think minimum wage, you mean for everybody, or you want the minimum wage to a specific occupation? This is what I find,
The minimum wage...
Because I find it's very hard to give minimum wage. Because I am thinking about $300 a day according to my ability, and so on and so on. So tell me, educate me.
I am happy that you raised that, because these are the things that Dr. Gilchrist and his team will be looking at. Hence the reason why they're having the so-called town hall sessions. And town hall, to me, it's a phraseology that means the engagement of people. All right, it's not necessarily a hall in a town. It's that open session, open air kind of session where people can come in and make their contributions. All right, and the points that you raised, these are the concerns I know that the team will be taking into consideration and come up with a decisive package. All right. How much do you pay this person, and how much it's going to be as I don't know if you listened to the interview that I did with Dr. Gilchrist last week. It's going to be looking at your positions, your qualifications, and most importantly, your ability to deliver on the job. That's where they're starting. All right.
Yes, sir. But I think the best thing to do, I didn't say the better, the best thing to do is to tell, I wanted to say the people, but I'll say us, what you all are looking for, so that when the people come, they can put forth their proposal, because you have to tell them what you're looking for, what your aim is, and what they should be thinking of when they come, before they start to tap.
Okay.
As you would say, tata.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one, my friend. He is what I could imagine this guy's wife, man. She must be a miserably happy person. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Not too bad.
Talk to me.
Could you tell me what was the result of the West Indies team with Windward Island in the cricket?
Oh my goodness, I don't have that information offhand, but I'll research it and keep listening. You'll hear it during the course of the morning, okay?
Oh, okay. Listen now. You don't have to go far for it.
Uh-huh.
The IPL.
Uh-huh.
They do so much thing. You give so much detail about it. So detail about the netball. Windward Island franchise is based in Grenada. You hear nothing about it. But they did so well. The last 3 games they won it. They came second in the tournament.
Windward
nothing
Volcanoes?
on GBN about that. So
Okay.
what is the reason for that?
Okay. I understand your concern, and I promise we'll do better next time, okay?
Well, that's only a promise. I mean, let me tell you, I'm from St. David, and I could tell you exactly who is calling because you know the person, but probably you don't know the name or who speaks, but you know the person.
Okay.
It's time that a little better. GBN supposed to do better. Let's give detailed report of the franchise in
IPL.
But nothing about we know that we not based the amount of economic spin-off we have. They rent apartments here, they buy food here, they live in here, and we're doing nothing about it. You go quite in there.
I understand your concerns, and it will be raised in the relevant circles, okay?
That is not a concern. That is facts I'm giving you. That is a concern. That is facts I'm giving you this. So it's not a concern. It is facts I am giving you. And it's time now to do better than that. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Have a good one, bro. All right.
Happy return.
You have a good one. Oh, my goodness. My shoulders are so broad, boy. I could take it. Throw them. 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. That is the time. Good morning, caller.
Well, good morning, Innocent. I'm surprised that you did not tell the man. You have to come clean with the public, you know. You tell the man your GBN no longer has a sports department. So you all make good with what you get. The people must get the picture, because if not, they will keep blaming you all, the few people that are there trying to hold GBN together. Let him know there is no sports department, as in the past with Michael Bascom and Irvin Simon and all of them who used to run down sports. Yes?
Okay.
Wrong or right?
I plead the fifth.
But you need to let the public know the situation.
Okay.
If not, because people don't even know that the owners of GBN is off island. GBN is owned by Trinidad. People don't know that.
Okay.
So you need to let them get the good picture so they will understand. All right?
Thank you very much, caller. Have a great day. 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank God it's Monday. Yeah, I have a whole week. All right. Good morning, caller.
Yes, Mr. Joseph. Good morning. Greetings.
Greetings to you.
Couple of things here. It's sad to know what I just heard from the last caller, pardon. Because it is evident that the GBN cares nothing about what is the service to the people of this here country. All they're concerned about is getting ads to make their money. But they're right. That's what they're there for. But let's get to the meat of the matter. I wish to make a comment or two on the quote-unquote town hall meetings, which will commence soon, sometime this week, on the quote-unquote minimum wage. I'd like to suggest to the people in authority who will be conducting these meetings that they seriously look at the term living wage instead, quote-unquote. A living wage. Because it's a minimum wage. Sounds like you're minimizing things. You're looking for the least to give people, quote unquote. Look for a living, because the people of this country are suffering in a serious way with the subjective manner in which people are paid wages and salaries. Some are paid huge wages because of who they know and otherwise. And we have to move away from that. So I'd like them to look at, as a suggestion, what will back up objectively the wages suggested. Shall it be by the training formal institutional vocational training with qualifications to decide whether they should get a package $6 to $8 EC an hour, or whether it will just because they're doing it for a certain amount of time without any standards established, because one of the major problems we have in this here country is that of standards, understanding how to do things well. It is a good move, but I hope that they look at all involved. I will not be able to participate for many reasons, but I'm just suggesting in the beginning that we look at and establish objective standards for the establishing of a living wage in this country, and not just a minimum wage. Many things can further said about it, but I want to end on this. I do not understand, for the love of me, why it has to take the minister of the, what do you call it again, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to establish a meeting. Now there's a Ministry of Labor, there's a minister, there's a permanent secretary, the minister of the Ministry of Legal Affairs is there to back up other things. Apart from that, a commission has been set up, headed by Mr. Gilchrist, to look at the matter. I don't understand where this MIT with Handyman Andy come in. They're looking for work to find get this fella to get occupied. But they're wasting time. What we're doing is duplicating, brothers and sisters, unnecessary duplication. Monies are being wasted in this ministry of MIT, whatever it is. And they cannot see that? Well, thank God I'm blind in this here country. Have a nice day with you, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you. You too, citizen. Have a great one yourself. It's 26 minutes after 7 o'clock, and let's take a quick peek at our Facebook page. Tassima Maxwin says, good morning. I would like to report a broken pipe on Parade in St. Paul's. It's been about 1 week since the pipe is broken. Can you kindly advise Nawasa, please? Mr. Husbands and the team, Ryan and all the guys, there's a broken pipe in Parade over a week. Check that out. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Like your first caller. And I won't believe it because, I mean, it's clear now why it's this case. In terms of the cricket, West Indies cricket, I was shocked yesterday to know, because I was in communication with a West Indies umpire, that the West Indies under 15 tournament have started yesterday. And I'm sure we should have some Grenadian in the Windward Islands team. So no mention, and as I said to him, I'm very disappointed that we are not even encouraging the children to really follow their participation in tournaments. I could send you, and then I asked him to give me some details about yesterday, and he said, okay, he would just send me the fixture. I could send you the fixture if you want it.
Okay.
And in terms of the minimum wage, I think indeed the people are not speaking for them, but I think they will be looking at concept of living wage, because I know there's a former trade union person on the commission. I met him recently when he was going to a meeting. So I think they will be doing all of that. But it's good that people can really point it out from now, even from the outset.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Good. Bye-bye. 28 minutes after 7 o'clock. One of my WhatsApp contacts says, I hope they get it right this time. Minimum wage is just that, the minimum that any person should be paid for work done. It will be dependent on qualification, skills, etc. However, it must come with training in work ethics, fairness, service, etc., etc. That is so correct. Good morning to you, lady.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
How are you doing? It's a while now I didn't call.
I trying to figure out why.
His activities and then it costs so much to call. Do you know it's about $1 a minute to pick up your cell phone and call GBN and whoever?
Wow.
The government need to check on that in this country.
Yep.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I support anybody who thinks that there are a lot of duplication relative to ministries in this country. It is obvious if they're willing. Even some of them name some alike, much more for the activities that they are responsible for. And I think they are complicating themselves. I've heard other people comment on that without even making it that obvious. But hello, whilst we're talking about minimum wage issue, almost maybe about 3 years ago, the Canadian government gave to Grenada, Department of Labor, an expert to redraft our labor laws. Because first and foremost, if the labor laws are not in keeping with the modern times, as one might say it, talking about minimum wages, frivolous, nonsensical, you might say too. So what happened? Because I went to collect, hoping to collect, I should say, a new labor law. I went to the department where they sell the Constitution and so on, around the Ministry of Finance there.
Uh-huh.
There was no labor law, no new labor law. So I went upstairs and I talked to who would have been considered there at the time the deputy, my very good friend. He became commissioner after a while. And was told that the lady did the work because I addressed that issue on the radio station when Brenda was there about 3 times. I even asked Brenda to bring back the lady to talk about it because I wanted to know if the lady finished her work. Because I had addressed her actually when she was on the program being interviewed by Brenda one day. And I made some suggestions or whatever. When I went up there in the Ministry of Labor that day, only to be told the lady did the work. It went to cabinet. There was a typographical error from all appearance in the draft. All that had to be done, if I understand this kind of processing, was the Attorney General put the right words in, the cabinet discussed the issue, because it's not a draft law yet. It didn't go to Parliament. All they had to do was to correct the error, if you might call it that in a typographical sense, or even if the idea might have been necessary to be changed. You do it. And so we would have had a new labor law maybe more than 2 years ago. All the people involved in that department, whether it was the minister, the government, and especially the person that was the commissioner of labor at the time, they just sit there. They put it on the shelf or maybe they dump it in perseverance or something like that. And that's the kind of nonsense we end up with in this country for the past 3 years concerning labor issues. And I actually, on another program, I made mention to the people who are trying to do some analysis of the condition and situation in Grenada. And I explained to them one of the basic reasons why the last government lost the election was because of the labor problem we had in this country. And if those others don't understand that the labor department and the labor laws need to be revived, and that will cause better relationship in this country. Not only can I give people minimum wage or whatever, when you have the people could operate in the same condition, they could do what they want, even if they give you more money, because this is in law. Okay. And we need to be careful about that. Take care, sir.
Have a good one. Thank you very much for your contribution. It's 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and someone on WhatsApp says, wondered why Dr. Gilchrist referred to Bermuda, which is a UK dependency and very expensive country, with good services, especially healthcare. All right, folks, we've got to take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Shop at Southern Electrical for all your security camera needs. We offer a wide variety of cameras such as solar cameras with or without light, 4G cameras, Wi-Fi and PoE kits, 4, 8, and 16 channel, replacement cameras for PoE, standalone Wi-Fi cameras, floodlights with cameras, watch cameras, pen cameras, and much more. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grandin, St. George. Let us help you with your security needs. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality products.
God bless you. This is Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and I'm coming to the island of Spice. That's right. I'm coming to Grenada on Friday, April the 7th at 7 p.m. at the National Stadium. It's going to be a fantastic night of praise and worship that will bring glory to God and start a revival throughout Grenada. And I want to give special honor to all of the pastors that are working tirelessly throughout Grenada to make this possible. I come to pay honor to you as well. Don't forget, Friday, April the 7th at 7 p.m. at the National Stadium. Donnie McClurkin in concert in Grenada. I'll see you there.
Island Style's annual Easter clearance sale is here, and boy, do we have some exciting deals for you. Massive savings on tiles to be had, with discounts from 10 to 35% off on all tiles, store-wide. Buy all we have in a low stock model and watch your discounts skyrocket with a huge 15% off. Plus, get chip edge tiles for as low as $1. Yes, we're clearing out our old stock to bring in the new. And that's not all. The Easter Bunny has added extra savings on tubs, bathroom vanities, tile tools, and so much more. It won't get any better than this. Jump on these excellent deals and visit our Island Style showroom on Monroe Road in Grandans or call 439-TILE. That's 439-8453. Sale ends Holy Saturday. When you think tile, think Island Style.
Good morning and welcome back to the conversation. It's 24 minutes on to the 8 o'clock hour. 8 o'clock workers, I expect you to be close to your workplace. We're talking minimum wage, so here's an opportunity to impress your boss and, you know, let him, you understand what I'm saying? Impress him today. Try not to reach late today, okay? Right, we have a caller on the line. Let's engage this caller. Good morning, caller. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful.
You used the word last week, and I want to ask you, have you ever been 86th?
No. No. I have you? Have you?
No. The conversation this morning, Innocent, is raising a lot of conversations.
Yes.
Things like sports, and something I want to ask also is, do we always have weather reports every evening when the news is given? I don't know. To me, sometimes I don't hear weather reports. Okay. So what's happening with it? So that is raising a lot of conversation. Anyway, not too much about the labor law, but years ago, there was something in Trinidad I know called a cost of living allowance. So that's my input, a cost of living allowance as they consider the minimum wage. Have a good day.
So hold on, before all right, I guess the credit cost, boy. Can't stay on the phone. All right, so that was one concern, the cost of living allowance, something that this caller would like to be given consideration in the deliberations on the minimum wage contentious issue. Now I have a contact on WhatsApp here that showed me a picture of water that they've been using, and there's a statement that says, "Good morning. Nawasa needs to do better than this. This is the water I've been getting for the past 2 months. I can't bathe my kids. Well, whether it's a lady or a sir." This is contentious as well. The kids, some folks would, understand what I'm saying. However, the statement reads, "I can't bathe my kids because their skin will itch and swell. I can't cook. I can't wash clothes because the water is dirty." We have to. Nawasa, I know we have concerns. I know you're a good corporate citizen, and the concerns of your consumers will be looked at. I do hope it is done in an amicable way. All right, good morning, Michael Hutchinson. You're good, you're getting tall, boy, you're getting tall. All right, Agatha Spice says, innocent is Trump. He pleading the fifth. Well, I wasn't indicted, so. Lucky, how is Deacon now? Minister of Infrastructure and Cornwall Minister of Finance to work next to his brother Mike as PS. That is all NDC could come up with. Okay. Ernesto Jose says, last week we had a 3-day of intercall which was well attended both by students, parents and members of the public, which tells me that based on the cost to get in the stadium, that money was made. I will like the Principal Association to let the public know how much money was made and what the money will be used for, because every intercall money's been made and no one knows how much or neither where the monies went. So I'm calling for transparency with the intercall money. Would there be support for owners who cannot afford to pay the required minimum wages? If not, many business would close. Agatha Spy says, what does the government have to do with anyone calling GBN? What is wrong with these people? Oh boy. All right. 435-2041. Everybody's talking about the minimum wage issue, but I am yet to hear anybody call and make a congratulatory message or to our athletes. So we just concluded intercall games. I raised some concerns as it relates to the preparation of athletes for conducting their interviews, and I got a little blues for that, but that's okay. That's fine with me. I have no qualms with that. Good morning, caller.
How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Thank God. I'm thankful for life.
Nice.
God praise and thanks.
Thanks.
You know what I called you for?
No.
The time when you had the quiz, I think it's in
the March 13 quiz.
Yeah, my granddaughter win, but up to now she don't get she prize.
She didn't get she prize yet?
No, darling.
Okay, well, here what I would do, okay? I will make some inquiries because it was not a quiz that was originating from the GBN. It was by the March 13th committee or something like that. So
okay, yeah.
I'll have the relevant authorities do what they have to, because I submitted all the names and the contact information.
Okay.
So I will make some inquiries and get it solved as best as possible, all right?
Thank you.
Have a good day,
Have
man.
a blessed day.
You too.
Okay,
all right,
bye-bye.
bye-bye. Good. 18 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Welcome to the program, man. How you do?
Are they trying, yeah?
Yeah, keep trying.
Right.
Nothing beats a try.
Well, yeah, well, good. Well, what I have to say is some of the main things in Grenada, business that's supposed to be held in the country and keeping things going, they all owned by foreigners, but just using the name Grenada. So they're using the face of Grenada, but they're controlling from behind of the country. Then concerning in call, the second they had after the program they had interviewed someone, and the first thing they said they're going to be next year there are a lot of improvements, and they will be inviting other countries to come to take part in the intercall. Right, Grenada is doing so much good in athletics and all these things. So they're inviting people to sell to take away our good product. Then the schools from the countries, that all these athletes and what?
Hold on. Stop for a minute. When you say school from the country, what do you mean?
From like saying outer parish, outer parish.
Yeah, use that word. So you subscribe to the tongue and country theory too, man?
No, well that is a thing that embedded in us. No, that's how most people know how to express it.
I am from Pearls in St. Andrew. Would you call me a country bookie?
No, the word country bookie, that is not added to it. Country.
Okay, all right.
The country.
I have a good friend two friends as a matter of fact, Mike Alexis and Andre, I forget my partner name now. But in any case, yeah, they always with this, hey boy, you come out in the country. Yes, we all come out from the country of Grenada.
Yeah, that's a easy way, a simple way of separating the goat from the sheep, but in a way they're taking that. But the contributing thing don't have to add. But what I'm getting at, the school from the outer parishes, right?
Now you're talking.
When they have to come to the intercall, they had to travel the same day from the in the outer parish to come to St. George's and perform. When the sports is over, they have to travel back to the outer parish, right? They get tired. They have all kind of issues. Most of the schools in St. George's, they go into a camp, right?
Right.
So now you're inviting trying to invite other countries to come to take part in Intersport. Wouldn't they have to host them, like providing places for them? So why they cannot, all the schools are taking part from the outer parish, why they cannot have them in a camp in St. George's? So
that's a brilliant idea.
So they don't worn out themselves.
And not only that too, but in during the travel process, a number of things can happen.
Yes, and you just go into one little party for like from 8 o'clock and you set up till about 12. Next day you jugu. You understand? So why inviting other countries already to come? No, they're standing for next year, you know.
Uh-huh.
To come here, and when you bring them here, you have to provide housing, transportation, all these. Let us do all that for our people to live their standard and make things better for us.
So let me ask you this. Is this a technical way of suggesting to the Principals Association that this is one of the things they should take into consideration for next intercall?
Yes, they have to take that into consideration and forget this thing about it, inviting other countries to come and take part. If they want to come and see intercall in Grenada, but let them complain load and let the country make more money, let them pay hotels and water,
right.
They have some good food.
Okay.
We always know how to give away, but not how to. In order to give away, you have to make first. You have to accumulate, and then when you accumulate, then you give out. But because this is the first year we ever had so many, the biggest crowd in intercall. So that's fooling them already.
Okay.
But something, it never pays to do something once, you know. Because it may happen once, and then the next following years it happens. You have to do it, let's say, continuously and see that it's making before you start doing these things.
Well, I know Mr. Dominic Jeremiah very well, and he is the spearheading person of the Principals Association. So I know he's listening, and maybe that concern might be taken into consideration.
Yes, and then they said our conch shell dangerous. So if they ban our conch shells, ban these all no horns and thing in the sports.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I don't even like the word horns.
The crowd, the noise from the crowd is enough. What I see is the same people that going to see the children run and going to support a school, they stopping disrupting the children that running to hear when the gunfire, the shot fire.
Okay.
So they should, because they're asking them when they say start, when they say ready, set, goes, but as soon as they say ready, silence. No one is silencing. No one.
Okay.
After the shot, you could jump up and wave and do what, but just at that moment.
Do not distract the athletes.
You don't distract them.
Okay.
So they're killing their own self. We dominating, not showing our own self.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Have a good one. Yeah. It's 12 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We take our final commercial break in the segment. Then we'll come back with the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11, K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
You see, mention the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know? We have the low power that.
It is kind of like you say man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
It's 8 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's look at our Facebook and WhatsApp platforms before, because it's almost time for, it's time for the wrap. All right. Mildred Smith says, good morning, Innocent. I'm late, but I'm listening. Well, keep listening. Have a good day. Annette Ragbasin says, Kit had his adopted son advising him in the nation's purse. We could not trust any of them. We have trusted people now, so NNP propaganda have no meat, only dry bones. Okay. Magdalene Andrew, people and whosoever you are, stop calling Prime Minister name. You all mess in your mess. Please leave the gentleman alone. Thank you. Wow. Aldith George, great idea, caller. I agree. I don't know which of the ideas. Alison Cox Osplan, good morning, Innocent. How are you today? What happened to the athletes when they leave school? Does Grenada have an athletic sport club that children and adults can continue their careers? All right. Mildred Smith say, caller, I agree with you. Magdalene Andrew says, good morning. Ernesto Jose says, every intercall we're seeing that the school in the outer parishes have to travel to St. George for the 3 days of intercall to participate. Well, my suggestion is that the Principal Association should use part of the intercall budget to give some of the schools to camp in the city for the 3 days of intercall, because intercall is one of the biggest events in Grenada. And that's the only time the stadium reaches its full capacity of attendance, which we know that lots of monies have been made for the intercall time to avoid the days traveling for the athletes. Okay. What is the function of the Bureau of Standards? We have been complaining for years about dirty, filthy water. NAWASA have been pushing through our taps. This is shameful, and it's about time something is done to remedy this situation. Okay. All right, let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I'm blessed.
And highly favored.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yes, I just wanted to know, will private workers be on that town hall meeting too?
Yes, it's for the minimum wage negotiations is for all workers, private as well as public.
Okay then.
All right?
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. Oh, nice. 5 minutes on to 8 o'clock. All right, someone on WhatsApp says, good morning, Innocent. I really want to say kudos to all the schools, but especially Boca Secondary School and Mr. Charles, the junior champ, Annalisa Brown. She did exceptionally well. I agree. Congratulations to you, Boca team, and the junior champ, Annalisa. Oh my goodness, she is an athlete to look forward to in the future. All right. Let me see. We worked together in St. George's, and I was always longing to see you back on the program, and it happened. Okay. Okay. All right. Whilst NAWASA headquarters have moved to a spanking new expansive building, the hue and cry for water, both regular supply and quality, has not stopped for us as far back as I can recall. What are the priorities? And that's a concern from one of our WhatsApp users. Innocent, good morning. This morning topic is very relevant. In this new age of transformation, we as middle working age citizens must seek the interests of those who will replace us tomorrow so that they can work to ensure their happiness when we retire. What is in place to assist parents and guardians to ensure the children are physically and mentally prepared to arrive at our level? Concession on the materials, including health maintenance supplements, products, must be allowed for children at minimum cost. Cost of living continues to spike, and the lack of cost of living allowance can be a boost for the nation's children development in all areas of growth. Consuming what is right is far more important than what is available. All right. Good morning, Innocent. All the time, nobody wanted to know about the intercall sports money, but now because of the new government, everyone wants to know about it. Leave my government alone, please. We're doing well. All right. Grenada. All right. Good morning, Innocent. Hope all is well. Special thanks to the person who removed that piece of concrete in Corinth. Blessings. Yeah, that's who we are, man. You talk to us and we rise to the occasion. All right. Okay. Let's take our final caller here. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Will you come in with this we? Who is this we? Are you part of the government? Anyhow, let me go.
All right.
I'm asking myself, next time I want you to publish, not to me, to us, where these town halls, different town halls are located. Maybe I want to go to 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or all of them.
Okay.
So make sure the next you come. That is your homework.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Principal. Folks, we got to wrap it up here in terms of the calling. Final comment from the WhatsApp platform. It's a billing idea. What have to be looked at is value for money. Wages are low, but some employers need to give value for money. Employers or value or employees. Work starts 7 or 8. They should be on time and work their required hours, not be on a phone most of their hours. I endorse that. And one of the things I know for a certain in the engagement with Dr. Gilchrist, I remembered him saying clearly that the adjustment to wages will also have to see adjustment in attitude of the employees. All right, you will have to you will have to be giving value for money. All right, that's how that's how it should be. That's the way of the world. All right, you work hard, you get paid well. You don't work hard, one of two things: you stay on the minimum wage, or you're going to sideline. So it's a challenge. It's a give and take. All right. Okay, you want more pay. Okay, prove to me that you want more, that you need and deserve more pay. All right. Not stick on the phone and giving customers attitude. You know, my good friend Rootsman Kelly did a song a couple of years about customer service, and that's so real. Sometimes you go to a business place and it appears as though you're a nuisance to the employee just by their facial expressions and the attitude towards you. Sometimes you wonder, am I bothering that person? Well, that person should realize that you as the customer is the reason why they have a job. So, yeah. So it has to go both ways. But folks, this is where we've got to wrap up the conversation this morning. And all those of you who participated, thank you for being a part. And if the good Lord spare your lives, we'll have another one tomorrow. Until then, bye. Have a good one.